Well, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Thanks for logging on to my latest forecast update here. Got some changes in the pattern coming over in the next couple of days. We've been warm. We've been mostly sunny until today. We were still warm today, of course, but we've had a few more clouds filter in here than what we've seen in previous days. Big changes on the way, though, as we start to go for highs in the 70s once again. Say goodbye to the 80s, at least temporarily. They are going to return later this month, but we're going to hang out in the 70s for a few more days. And it looks like there's some rain to go with it. You can see that out to our west. That system here, this cold front, will move in as we head later on late into the overnight. But primarily, this is going to be more of a Thursday event for us than anything. Temperatures right now, absolutely warm and beautiful across the area. Still sitting at 79 there at the Evansville airport. 79 really as far north as Indy as well. 82 still in Louisville. 77 there in Huntingburg. 79 up in the Washington at the airport. 79 near the Vincennes area. So warm night around the area. There's those showers off to the west. They're not going to affect us tonight. In fact, these little dots that you see on radar here, really that's just reflecting some humidity in the atmosphere. That's not really falling to the ground. You got to go out here towards the west before you start to see any of that activity. Well, that'll come in. Let's time it out on future radar and give you an idea of what's going on. As you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll notice we have some showers overnight, but it's going to be pretty spotty. Here's by 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow morning, and high-res NAM here suggesting that we do have a few showers in the area, so we certainly would not rule that out. But we're not going to go with more than maybe a 40% chance of showers during the daytime tomorrow. The better chances will come in the later in the day as we go. In fact, here we are during the afternoon hours. High-res NAM keeps us pretty well rain-free around here. We'll just have some clouds to deal with, and then by the time you get in tomorrow night, so we got Thursday night here, and this is really by about 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's when you're starting to see this rain begin to move through, and you notice it's not even a solid shield of rain as it moves through. It's not really spotty either. It's become more of a scattered kind of a nature of things, and it'll bring us some rain. Most everybody should get wet out of this, but it's not going to be a huge soaking event the way things look right now. And the shield moves off to our east during the overnight hours, and probably by Friday we'll start to clear things up a little bit. GFS sees things in a very similar manner. Here is that precipitation, Thursday being the main event, and then it's moved off overnight on Thursday night. And by the time you hit Friday, you're high and dry around here. In fact, we're going to stay dry for a few days after this before our next weather maker moves in. Say about Tuesday or Wednesday or so of next week. So we do have some more rain chances, certainly in the forecast as we head on down the road here. We'll keep an eye on that. It does certainly look like that weather is turning active again. I don't see any severe weather in sight for us yet in the modeling at this point. That's always possible, but it doesn't look like we've got any major threats of severe weather coming up out of us. Just a few rain chances here, but it's going to be one of these kind of situations where we've got sunny days for a few days, and a couple of rainy days mixed in. Another extended period of sunny days, a couple of days of rain mixed in. That's sort of the period of what we're going to be in right now. I don't see any major flooding risks. I don't see any major storm risks out of this point. Just some normal spring-type showers overall, and then they'll be more spotty as we go throughout this. Now, spotty as far as number of days that we see anyway. Let's talk about accumulated precipitation tomorrow. How much could we get out of this moving in? Again, primarily Thursday, but some spotty showers tomorrow. Modeling not really aggressive on this. Less than an inch generally across the area, anywhere from maybe a half inch. This particular model is wanting to spit out about 7/10 for Evansville, about 9/10 up there around Bloomington, only 3/10 around Louisville. So it widely varies across the area, but in general, maybe a half inch to an inch is about what you can expect at most out of this. Doesn't look like this is going to be a big rainmaker. It will cool us down, though, as you take a look at what the modeling says about temperatures. We're going to go down into the 70s for a few days, but by the time we come back to Sunday, later in the weekend, we've got the sunshine returning, and what we see is a return to 80-degree weather. In fact, we got several 80s off across the board here, and I wouldn't even be surprised to see some of these come up to near the 80 mark as we head. Just depends on how much rain we end up having. There is another system that's going to roll through here around the 27th to the 30th. Sort of depends on exactly how many days worth of rain we end up getting out of that. Still up in the air at this point, but if we get excuse me, if we do get a fair amount of rain, we'll probably stay in the 70s with that. But if it turns less rain, you can definitely expect to see the 80s out of that. Very warm and active spring from the way things are looking. Here's your 10-day forecast. You can go to southernindianaweather.com, my website here, to get this. About 75 for your high tomorrow, mid-70s across the area. Some occasional showers, but that 50% chance is really going to be more as we head into the overnight hours, probably more like a 30-40%. For the daytime, it'll increase 50-60% as we head overnight. Showers definitely happening overnight. Most of us will get wet, probably not all of us, but better chance of getting wet on Thursday. Scattered showers, that's when we might even see a rumble of thunder out of this. We will just have to see. It'll diminish to some occasional showers Thursday night, and then by the time Friday comes, I think we'll start to see the clearing take place maybe a little bit earlier than what I have in the forecast here at this point. I've only got 68 in the forecast. I probably need to up that based on some of the latest data. I do think the latest modeling that's come in since I've updated this forecast does seem to indicate that we might hit low 70s on Friday, that it won't be completely cloudy all day. So that'll be a good thing, but we'll go with maybe more of a 20% chance now down to the 50% based on what the latest modeling is saying. But after that, we got some warm weather coming up. The sunshine returns, and we get our return to the 70s and 80s as we head later into the weekend. More rain for next week. Still sorting out the details on that, folks, as far as for how much and how long. Again, not an impressive system with this. Just more looks like a system moving in with some spotty showers. All right, folks, enjoy this warm weather because it is absolutely beautiful outside. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you got it. Temperatures in the 70s out there. Yeah, there's some cloudy skies, but get out and enjoy this before the rain chances move in. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. That's your latest update. Thanks for watching, folks.